Peace. I want to make this quick video. I want to talk about this legendary rapper, one of the best of all times in my state of mind opinions. The I mean, the best in hip hop, who knows everything about the rap culture. And this is this legend, one of the godfathers of gangster rap, and that name, he goes by the name of Ice-T. Well, speaking, how I want to speak and address this, Ice-T has been into a lot of run-ins and trouble and had a state amount of problems with the law way back when, and then when he was about my age, in his late 30s to his early to mid to late 30s to his 20s. Ice-T, before he got big, way before he got big, he he was this he was a gangbanger, rolling Crips set. He was a pimp, a pusher, a car theft. Yep, he has he has he went he's had a lot of trouble with the he has been in a lot of trouble with the law until he got with, I think he got in the, at first he was a dancer. He was a dancer, and then he became a rapper. That's when he was freestyling, and he was on, I think, breakdown or I think breakdown or something. And then he did the soundtrack of Colors, and then one of his first biggest film of all time, New Jack City, when he played a police officer. He was a detective. He played Detective Appleton, Detective Scotty Appleton. He was I believe, he was supposed to, he was a Benjamin, a West Indian. He played a West Indian cop, police officer, taking down this kingpin named Nino Brown. He was a lowlife. He was a big amount of time scumbag. Played by Wesley Snipes, which, no, I think Wesley Snipes should have did the character. I think Wesley Snipes should have been the good guy. If Ice-T would have did Nino Brown, and Ice Cube, if Ice Cube was in that movie, and if he would have did G Money, that movie would have been terrific. It would have been totally dope, awesome. But anyway, I want to talk about this traffic stop Ice-T was into. So Ice-T, you play a police officer. Ice-T plays a police officer on one of his first biggest films. Played a police officer, and now you're acting as a police officer. Your acting career is playing the police, and that's Law and Order. You playing a police officer in Law and Order, you should know the law. You should know the orders of the law. Here he is driving in suspended license. He's driving a suspended license, and his license has expired. First and foremost, his license he's driving an expired license since 2021, and he's driving in a suspended license. And once he was pulled over, here he is. He's going back and forth with the police. But with that being said, Ice-T should have known better. He should have known. He should have known not to. He should have. He should have. I don't think he should have gone back and forth with the police and all that. I don't think he should have. I don't think none of this would have been. None of this was necessary. If you're driving in a suspended license, you shouldn't be driving. So that's one law he broke. That's one law he broke, and he's driving in a suspended license. So that was Ice-T. Yeah, he's still getting into a lot of trouble, even though you're playing the police, even though you're playing law and order. You should know the law. You should know the law. You should know the law. You should know the orders of the law. But I mean, at this point, you just get in trouble. I mean, I mean, if I was driving a suspended license, I wouldn't take that risk. I would not take that risk. If your license is suspended, then you shouldn't be behind the wheel, and that's why. I mean, he's broken. He has broken. But with that being said, I want to end on this. I mean, Ice-T, that's my man. That's one of my. I mean, I've looked up to Ice-T. I've looked up to Ice-T all my life. He's one of the best West Coast rappers of all time. Best West Coast rappers ever. And with that being said, I think he needs to start obeying the law enforcement. He needs to start obeying the law and stop going against the law when you are playing a police officer who obeys the law. When you're in your real life, in your personal real life, you are going against the law when you're acting and obeying the law. So with that being said, shout out to Ice-T. I just wish don't get into no more trouble. Don't get into any big amount of trouble. It's no big deal. Whatever he has to do, renew your license, and don't drive in a suspended license. Please don't drive a suspended license. That law enforcement was not being an asshole. He was not being a prick. He was not being a jackass. He was not. All he was doing his job. And he was getting ready to tow that vehicle. Why he was getting ready to tow the vehicle? Because your license is expended. Your license was expended. That's why your license was suspended. That's why he was towing the vehicle. And then you're driving a expired license. I mean, with that being said, I mean, you should have had that taken care of since 2021. You should have had that taken care of. So it's like 2021. It's been like 5 years. He's never gotten that done. Like Ice-T, like don't. I mean, step up and face up to your responsibilities and take some responsibilities for your actions. And that's what the OG needs to do. I mean, don't get into a big amount of trouble. Don't get into big trouble. Don't get into trouble that's something. Don't get into something to trouble that's something that was supposed to be taken care of since then. So Ice-T, I stand with Ice-T. Ice-T, that's my main man. OG. I mean, one of the biggest. I know he's like a mentor. He's like a mentor and a role model. But with that being said, if I had a father like Ice-T, I would tell him, Dad, take care of your responsibilities. Dad, take care of responsibilities. Don't get into trouble. Yes, I know you had some runners with the law, but Dad, you're older now. You're older. You're supposed to be older and wiser. I mean, you just had another daughter. Have a little baby sister. Provide for her as an elderly father. So I'm gonna end on this video. This is Augustus King saying peace and bless to you all. Salute, and last but not least, Ja, and shout out to Ice-T. Shout out to Body Count and Ice-T, one of the biggest rappers of all time, one of the biggest legendary rapper, gangster, godfathers of gangster rap of all time. Ice-T. All right, deuces, Ja.